Well, welcome back to Trophy Bros. I'm Caleb. This is Kit. If you're his first time, this is our episode 11, dropping it like it's hot. We are keeping it real. That's the name of this episode. And if you've ever watched Reels, this is what it's about. And we're asking, who are the people that you are in a real relationship with, those that you share reels with on a regular basis. Maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's one of those people that you just drop it while you're dropping it on the toilet.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Kit, who is it for you that you send the most reels to?
There's about 3 of them. It's you, my wife,
Yeah.
and John Spillers.
John Spiller.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I know me and you, we just go back and forth all the time. We're just dropping reels back and forth. And it's one of those things that, I mean, we see something stupid.
Yeah.
Boom. We're
We
sending
gotta
it.
send it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really inappropriate.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just plain stupid. And sometimes it's like serious, heartfelt stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's never real heartfelt stuff at all.
No. Most of it's just dumb stuff.
Yeah. Look, so what is like your favorite kind of reel to watch?
Man. There's right now it's kind of the I like the whoever's doing like the voiceover on Luca and Kyrie.
Yeah.
And made it like those are the funniest for me right now. But anything dumb, stupid, sports related. No, I'm probably real shallow, but seeing people get hurt, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, doing stupid things and you just anticipate them, getting seriously injured. That's always
Oh yeah. That's like my wife that's her favorite thing.
yeah.
And I think it's her favorite thing. I think as a mom, that's kind of instinctive. Like, she laughs when somebody gets hurt. I know my mom was the same way. Like, I remember when my brother got hurt and it was like we needed to take him to the hospital, she would laugh at him. And it's like, hold on, let me go take a shower real quick and then we'll go.
Yeah.
And it's like, but no, that's like, we have a friend, Zane, who was on our episode a while back ago when we were talking about hunting. His wife, Kendall, and my wife, they share reels back and forth of people getting hurt, like tripping and falling or, bloody noses and just skateboard. And then it just happens that she would have been like the brunt of a reel.
Yeah.
If there would have been a video camera, she broke her leg.
It would have been great.
Yeah. I mean, so it's one of those things to where, yeah, if it's funny to watch other people, but if you were to be on a reel, it probably wouldn't be so funny. Yeah. But that's my wife. She would love, I cringe watching those things. And I think there's even like a television show like on like Roku or something that's just totally committed to those kind of fails. LTV or something.
No, I haven't watched that one. Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, you watched it. You and your father-in-law watched it when we were at Golden Chick or something.
I thought that was just like the Golden Chick channel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
anyway.
but...
Anyways, I said, my 3. Who are your people?
For me...
Obviously me. I mean, because we do it back and forth like crazy.
Yeah, I would say my wife and then my son. We go back and forth with like baseball stuff.
Yeah.
But I did find one, like my son's going to be a senior this next school year and they have this thing called Senior Assassin.
Yeah.
And so like I found this wicked
water gun
that like you put it in and like soaks it up.
Was it white?
Yeah.
I saw it, dude.
It's like a laser.
Yes.
It's like...
I want one.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just made like a machine gun noise. I saw one the other day. That was
close.
That was like a super bad one. But I saw a reel, and it said like girls can't make machine gun noises. Like go ask your wife, your daughter, your mother-in-law, sister-in-laws. Ask them to make a machine gun noise, and what kind of noise they make, and then ask your sons to make a machine gun noise. Make a machine gun noise. Make a machine gun noise.
I don't know how really.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a machine gun noise.
Yeah.
Go ask your daughter, go ask your wife to make a machine gun noise, and they're going to go, pew, 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 pew.
You think?
Yeah.
Let's test it.
They don't.
Call Sophie in here.
I'll go get Sophie.
Call her. Let's see what she does.
I'll text her real quick.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hold on. Yeah, but yeah, I would say.
So you watched a reel and it told you that?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna look really stupid if somebody comes in here and is like, just makes the best machine gun noise in the world.
Yeah, I don't think she will. She probably won't even come in here and do it.
I know. She's probably like, I'm not being on your podcast. You're a bunch of idiots. Stop texting me.
No, but I would say it would be those who, I would say my daughter, but she doesn't have Facebook. She has like Insta Tweet or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't
X
do
or
that.
whatever it's called now.
I have X, but she's not even on that. She has Instagram, and I don't do it. I have Instagram, but I don't do that much.
I just do the thing where it switches on your Facebook account.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'll check
She
it.
probably won't even come in here.
Oh, no. What? So rude. But no, yeah. So are there any kind of reels that irritate the fire out of you?
Like those reels, like if you love God, you will forward this to your best friend.
Yeah.
Like if you, those kind of things that just, I want to, like if you love God, that you won't send this to people.
Yeah.
Like my salvation does not depend on me sending this to people.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. Then I don't know. I kind of hate like the sexual ones, you know, that kind of they try to tempt you to like do the like pause at the right time. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's like young kids, and that just kind of frustrates me. And so, but yeah, so not much really kind of irritates me, but that one does for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those. Yeah, but it's, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Hopefully she sees my text and she'll come in here.
we can yell at her for sure.
Yeah, but I don't want to yell into my mic.
Did you hear about? Are you the one that sent that shirt to my wife, and my wife bought it for me for Father's Day?
No.
What? It says I yell because I care.
I don't know. I may have sent it. I sent a lot of stuff. I sent stuff to your wife too.
Because she gave it to me yesterday evening.
I have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I'll go back and look
It
later.
just says I yell because I care.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
So I was like, oh,
Yeah, I would say
fits perfect.
those kind of reels irritate me. I feel like those, like there's always like the ones that are like the hair loss ones and like the ED.
Yeah, the blue chew.
Yeah,
That's all over mine. I don't know why either. I'm just like,
on these they'll say algorithms and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Well, like if you put in your age, the algorithm's gonna come up, and like just because you're over 40,
yeah,
you're gonna get that stuff, and like those kind of things irritate me.
yeah.
It's like I don't need those kind of things, not yet, at least.
No,
So,
no.
all right. So here's the thing, though. You know those reels to where, like, you're watching something very intensely, and it's like you're never gonna believe this.
Wait till the end.
Yeah, lightning's gonna strike in the middle of this ball field, and then all of a sudden, ka-chow, Lightning McQueen comes across.
Yeah,
Do you fall for that?
yeah, I do.
You do?
Unfortunately, I do.
What about like when there's that guy who's on the balcony who's fixing to kick a ball off the balcony to go out there, and then he kicks it and it hits the rail and comes right back at you, and it hits you right in the face? Do you like jerk and
No,
drop? Oh, come
no,
on! Now.
I laugh.
Hey,
No.
I'll fall for it.
But some of those ones that, you know, like the ring girl jumps out at the end, those sometimes get me. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
or the snake,
Yeah.
big old anaconda that's laying and just ate like a big old
Human.
yeah, and all of a sudden it gets to the head and
Yeah.
it's
Or
it's
the
scary.
baseball.
Yeah,
Well, those are always good.
yeah, they get me every now and then.
I like seeing the reels of them, like recorded somebody watching that reel,
Yeah.
and they're falling completely backwards.
Yeah, like especially I like watching those, like where somebody's dressed up as a bush or something, and
Oh,
they
man.
try to scare people.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And I send the ones like we were just talking about, like to see if I send them to my wife. That's the primary reason I send reels to my wife, is just to see if I can scare her.
Yeah.
And I send them, and then I just sit back and watch. Like I send them to her while we're sitting.
Why
on
you're
the couch.
sitting in the same room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just sit back and watch to see if I can get her. And it's like, did I get her? Did I get her? And then she'll like flinch real quick and like scratch her nose. Like, did I get her, or did she just have a real quick itch?
No, you got her.
Yeah.
She's just trying to hide it
Yeah.
for sure.
No, I just wonder. So I don't know if I get her. She always says that. She never said. I don't think she'd ever give me the satisfaction.
No, no. My wife wouldn't either.
Yeah. Well, does your? I know that my daughter and my wife, are big into this, and even some of my daughter's friends, they're big into doing those reels with where they do the dance moves and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my daughter's into that.
Yeah, and they go,
No, that's not me by no means.
that's not me either. But
I am not doing that.
Does your wife ever do that with your daughter? I know your daughter probably has a bunch of friends that they set their phones just right, like on the couch.
They were doing that last night, as a matter of fact. And so, but no, I don't know if my wife really. She might have done it once or twice, but it's not like, okay, Kinsley, come here, let's do this, But
dude, there's some money into it though.
Oh, I know. That's what I hear.
Like they do it, and it's a big deal.
I know. I heard a lady that we went to church with we go with, and she earned like $9 last week.
$9? That's no big money. That's no big money in that.
That's $9 she didn't have.
$9.
Shout out to Beth Stutz.
Beth.
Yeah. Laura was telling me about it. I didn't know Laura Wagner was like a professional TikToker.
She's going to camp with us. We'll have to get her to do.
Yeah.
I can see her doing it.
Yeah. I was learning a whole bunch the other Wednesday.
I'm about to have to go yank her in here.
Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah. Well, if she doesn't come in here, you're just going to have to try it. Trust me. Try it. Girls can't make machine gun noises.
Girls can't make machine. Yeah, I'm going to try it. And if you fellas out there, try it on your wife or daughter.
Yeah.
And let us know on our Facebook.
No, but I'm telling you, like I saw like a Netflix documentary. I was watching it the other day. It's like Dancing with the Devil.
I haven't seen that one.
It's I think that's what it's called. But it's about like two sisters that had like this big like dance, like they would come together on Instagram or whatever, Facebook, YouTube or whatever, and they would do all these dances together, and then they would post them, and they had like this huge following, like over 2.5 million people. They would come together and they would do dance kind of moves, and they even would get sponsors and stuff like that. They were well known. And then all of a sudden, like her sister started dating this guy. They got an agent like M7, and which started turning religious. Like it was put on through this pastor, and then like this guy kind of turned it into a cult, and so he made her like start shutting off her family.
What?
It's crazy, but I mean, it turned into something. It sounded like really good at first, like having Bible studies and all this kind of stuff, and then it was like, all right, they started kind of making her pull away from her family, saying that he was the way to salvation and all this other stuff, and it just became like really cultish and just pulled her away from her family. Man, and it was just, it was really crazy, but it really promoted her. Like she was able to get some really big deals, made a lot of money, but this pastor was like hoarding a lot of her money as an agent.
Huh.
I mean, it was crazy how it was all happening.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all these reels and dance moves and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I'm really close to telling my daughter, I don't want you dancing no more. I'm just kind of wondering, like, with all of these things, how weird is it that maybe some of these weird pervert guys may be looking at our daughters?
Yeah.
Some of these girls dancing on there.
Yeah. Well, luckily my daughter really doesn't post hers.
Yeah.
So, as far as I know.
Well,
I mean,
she could be.
She better not be.
So what are your thoughts about all these algorithms and stuff that are used to feed your reels? Because like we just mentioned, you get all of these things that you look at one thing and then all of a sudden
it just blows up.
That's all you get.
Like and it's like sometimes like even like, and I know like your phones listen to you too, but like
talk about dog food, dog food.
And it's not even like you look it up on your phone we're talking about it. Then all of a sudden it's just all over my news feed. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yep. I hate it. I really do.
Hot dogs.
Now hot dogs, Nathan's hot dogs are going to be blowing up all over my phone.
I didn't say Nathan's.
Well, mine's been like the eating.
Joey.
Yeah, they suspended him
Joey
from the
Chestnut.
They didn't allow him to compete this year.
It hasn't happened yet.
Well, they're not allowing him to compete this year.
They still have time.
And so all that's been blowing up on my phone because of hot dogs. Because the girls were having a hot dog cookout for their softball party. and hot dogs all over my newsfeed. I'm just like, goodness gracious.
Hot dogs.
No, I hate it. I absolutely dislike it.
Well, I mean, you look up one simple thing: monkey wrench.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Which,
No, it really is, and it's
of course, I mean, it'll keep you honest. I
Yeah.
guess.
yeah,
I mean, you look up one stupid little thing, and then that's all over your feed. I mean, it'll keep you honest.
yeah.
All these people who say, "I don't know why I keep all that." Well, I know why. You looked at it one time. You looked at it at least one time.
Yeah,
You getting all these things.
yeah.
So I mean, it keeps you honest for sure. But man, algorithms.
No, it's crazy. It really is, and it's crazy how your phone can just kind of listen to you and start doing all that.
And I'm sure that there was the best of intentions when it first started.
Yeah,
Like, all right, we're going to help all these people out to where
they don't forget their thoughts or something like that kind of. But
That's
yeah,
like,
no,
all right,
it's kind of a nuisance.
these ladies are like, they're in their late 50s, early 60s. They're fixing to go into menopause.
Yeah,
Like, all right, these ladies are just having babies. They're fixing to start losing control of their bladders. We're
Yeah.
okay. Like, all right, these dudes are about to have kids that are going in college. Come here.
come here, Soph. Come here.
I got a question for you.
I yelled at her through my text message,
Did you?
and she finally come
All right, come here.
here, Soph.
Come here. Come here. Got a question for you.
You can say hi to
Come on.
everybody.
Come right here. Got a question for you.
This is Sophie.
This is Sophie. All right. We have a debate going. Can you make a machine gun noise? Make a machine gun noise for us. Make a machine gun
Make
noise.
a machine gun. Wow.
We have a theory that girls can't make a machine gun noise. Make a machine gun noise.
I don't know.
Just try. What does a machine gun sound like?
I don't know.
Just try.
Try really hard.
You're proving me right. Told you. Girls can't make machine gun noises.
Do it,
It's impossible.
Soph. Why are you red, Sophie?
Does it go pow, pow, pow?
Have you ever heard a machine gun?
Hmm.
Does it go really fast?
Sophie, you're making it's really awkward for us.
All right, get out of here. That's all I wanted for Father's Day was you to make a machine gun noise.
Where are you going? You didn't want to walk back in front of the camera?
All right.
Thanks
wanna
for
do it?
crying. So
Hey, you want to do a TikTok dance move for us? All right. Found that.
that's what we're talking about. TikToks.
Get out of here.
What's your favorite TikTok? Do you know anything?
All right. Now that she embarrassed me. All right. So, are you one of those people that spend a long time on the toilet watching reels? I know we're getting personal here.
No, it depends on if my family's out.
So, if they are, do you?
No,
Do you
if
spend
they
time to
are, I
avoid them?
can't because it's like I have no privacy with my youngest one. She's just beating the door down.
Yeah.
But no, like if I'm at home by myself after work, yeah, I spend some time there and just scrolling and going through. That's when I send a lot to you, sitting on the pot.
Man, is that where you think of me the most?
You know,
Yeah. Well, I have a story of somebody, a friend of mine whose mom spent so long on the toilet, and it wasn't necessarily on the phone; it was pre-phone. But she spent so much time on the toilet, reading one of those trashy love story books,
yeah,
like with the one was like Fabio.
yeah.
She spent so much time because she was so caught up reading one of those books that her legs went numb.
Wow.
Have you ever spent that long?
No.
Oh, don't give me that.
No, I haven't.
I'll be honest with you, I have.
I have not.
Like just looking at videos on my phone.
No.
Yeah.
If my legs start feeling tingly, I'm like, all right, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
Like,
My friend's mom did. She spent so much time that her legs went numb. And then she finished her business. And then she tried to stand up. And when she did, she stood up or tried to stand up. And when she did, she broke her ankle.
oh my God.
Yeah. And so she's by herself. Nobody's at home.
broke her ankle.
Broke her ankle.
Wow.
And she's like hollering and screaming. Like, again, this is before phones, cell phones and stuff like that. And then her kids eventually get home from school, and then they find her in there, like with a broken ankle. And they're trying to, they get her all fixed up and trying to figure out.
That's insane.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that you spend so much time on there. And then now, I remember back, like way back when this was becoming a problem, they started selling all of those phone sanitizers and stuff like that with the UV lights and all this. It's like become a whole big marketing thing, like to sanitize your phone. And then, like, have you ever thought about it, like when you asked to borrow somebody's phone? And it's like, that phone has probably spent an exorbitant amount of time in the bathroom.
While they're naked, or, semi-naked.
Semi-naked. And then you have to
Touching
wonder.
areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you have to wonder, like, how faithful are they to washing their hands? And then you're going to take something that they hold in their dirty hand, and you're going to put that thing up against your face to make that phone call?
Yeah.
Like,
It gives you a whole new perspective, don't it?
Dude, that's
I'm sure.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
But
No, another rule that we kind of have wrote down here that's always hilarious is the TP one.
yeah. And that's what made me think about all this stuff is that, like, that mom who does the TP prank, like, ran out of toilet paper, and then they have, like, their preschooler run, grab them some toilet paper, and they have, like, Nutella on their hand. Here. And then you have, like,
So there's that little kid, too. He's like 3 or 4. He's like,
Mom. And they're just crying.
and they finally smell it. They're like, this is Nutella.
Yeah. Or you have that one weird kid that, like, tastes it and, yeah. And then they're probably wind up eating their crap, thinking, like,
every crap tastes like this.
I poop Nutella.
Yeah. No, that's awful. But those are hilarious.
Yeah.
No, like it, especially like the teenagers that they do it to.
Yeah.
Oh, they get so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ought to do it to my daughter.
Yeah.
I bet she would be ticked.
Man, she would have a meltdown.
Yeah, she definitely would. I think it'd be hilarious. So
she would cry.
I think I'm gonna try it. I think I am.
Man, she would cry. She would have a meltdown and cry, and then you'd be in trouble.
I'm a video it.
Your wife would be upset with you.
No, my wife would think it's hilarious.
You'd have to tell her first.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try it.
Well,
I think we are.
Definitely video it.
Oh yeah.
Well, I love getting ideas to prank people through reels and stuff like that, and I feel like it's really educated me in my pranking skills.
Yes.
Yes. In an overall manner, I feel like I've really become educated in a whole lot of different areas historically. I feel like even as a minister, I get a lot of biblical wisdom in some of these things too. I love watching like some snippets of sermons and stuff like that. And I really feel like I've really gotten smarter from day to day watching some of the reels too. How about you?
Yeah, well, absolutely.
And some of them is just like random stuff.
Yeah, like life hacks or, stuff like that. Like even like closet or, pantry hacks or anything. I really find those interesting to see, like, man, that would make me so much more organized and make my life so much easier. And I'm just like, then I never do it. But no, yes, I find a lot of those to be very interesting.
Have you found one that's one that's really interesting, or one that's? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you are. I really haven't thought about it that far yet.
I got a couple. I just thought about it. I found out that more.
Obviously, women can't make machine gun noises.
Yeah, that's one of them. Like, people eat more bananas than monkeys.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Because, I've never seen anybody eat a monkey.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah. And I also figured out, have you ever heard of the phrase, and this is kind of a vulgar phrase, piss poor? Mm-hmm. You know where that terminology came from?
Nope.
I learned this terminology that it was that people who tanned hides back in the early mid-century, they would take pee and they would use it to tan hides. And so people would take their urine, they would wake up early and take their pot that they peed in, and they would go and sell their urine to the tanner, the people who would tan hides. and they would sell it to the person who tanned hides, and so that would be considered piss poor.
Huh.
Oh, so
That's interesting.
there you go.
Learned something today.
History.
Yeah.
Do. The more you know.
Yeah. No, like a lot of mine, especially right now, because as you know, me and my wife are
Piss poor?
No, well, that too.
Okay.
But we're planning our Disney trip, and so like we have a lot of Disney reels going back and forth of like,
And then
Disney,
you'll be piss poor.
yeah, Disney hacks and like
Yeah.
Disney secrets and stuff like that. So we're learning a whole bunch of stuff. Like, always go to the left.
No.
Even like in the ride lines, if it splits, go to the left. You know why?
Why?
Because the majority of people are right-handed. In the U.S., you drive on the right side, you walk down the right side of the hallway, and all this. So everyone just normally gravitates to the right. And so they say go left.
What if you go to a European Disney, though?
Well, I'm not going that far, so I'm not jumping the pond yet.
Okay.
But no, stuff like that. I mean, like finding, history stuff too. I think I'm kind of into like the gangs, like, learning about like the Hells Angels and stuff like that. It's super weird, but I really enjoy watching that kind of stuff. And I get reels on all that all the time.
Like flashing gang signs, like what is it, the blood?
Yeah, no. Like how the Hell Angels started and all that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's weird, but that's my quirky side, I guess you could say.
I figured it. I can imagine it being interesting.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, like I'm just random facts, people. Like, did you know the letter O is like the oldest letter in the alphabet?
Yeah, that too. I've seen those.
Yeah. Like I learned that one just from the Snapple lid, though.
back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, no, I love getting just random facts like that, and just, man, it's one of those you get sucked in.
Yeah, easily too.
Yeah,
easily.
And you can easily lose, your productivity of the day.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
And you just get scrolling and you just keep going. Yeah, it could be a dangerous slope there.
Yeah. So do you really feel like some of these reels are real, or do you like some of these reels are staged?
Oh, they're staged. Some of them are for sure.
Like I feel like, like I'm going like magnet fishing and I pull out this safe and let's break into this safe, and I just pulled out of the river and great, there's gold bars in here, and
or dry money.
Yeah.
You pull dry money out of that safe.
Yeah.
Like if that safe has really been there that long, that money's soaking wet.
Yeah. Well, I'm like thinking all these people who like, I don't know if it just shows up on my reel, but like go, where you go snorkeling or diving in rivers and you find like wallets and watches.
I think that's those are the coolest ones too.
Yeah. But are they real?
I think so. Or the one I watch I think is real. And I like the fact that he tries to find the people to give them their stuff back.
But I'm wondering, some of them like they find like, some of them like find like little lock boxes and stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah, I don't think so. And like some of those ones, like, people search the abandoned buildings.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many people's been in there before you, and all of a sudden you find the safe and no one else has ever found the safe? Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's crazy talk.
I'll tell you what reels like I'm into right now. It's like people walking around the abandoned malls. Wow. Have you seen those?
No, I guess I have.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Or abandoned Chuck E. Cheese. That one was like super creepy.
I could see that, like the robotics.
Yeah, well, it was a robotics, but
it's like Five Nights with Freddy.
Like all the costume was off, so it was just the robotics.
The naked robot.
Yeah, it was super freaky.
It's like,
and all the kids' games are like knocked over.
Terminator robot.
Yeah,
Terminator rat robot.
Basically, yeah. And it's like I was like, oh man, they actually did the one over there off of 20 the other day. Man. It was pretty wild.
You have to burn one of. You should legally. You should have to burn those down. Like once they go out of business, burn it down.
You know how much? We're not gonna go there.
You should burn it down.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. How much urine's in that ball pit?
Gosh.
You ain't ever sterilizing that bad boy enough.
I mean, that would be a fire hazard in and of itself. All the pneumonia. And speaking of which, That's one of the things I learned too on TikTok. One of the things that or not TikTok, but on Reels, I've carried with me all through my ministry is that I learned a lot of pee facts, like the piss poor one.
Yeah.
But I've learned like one of the things is like they used to take urine in biblical times and they would use it to make bleach.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
They would let it ferment and make ammonia and use that ammonia to make bleach. And I've always thought it was really cool how they would use it, how they would take something so disgusting like urine, something so nasty and disgusting and dirty, and use it to make something so clean, so white and so pure. And it's such a good analogy for us how Jesus does the same thing, how he takes something so dirty, so vile and so disgusting, and how he can transform us into something so white and so pure only through his grace and through his mercy. And I've always thought that was a great illustration.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I saw piss poor and all that too. So
yeah, then it just leads to a whole bunch of piss.
Yeah, a lot of pee stories,
a lot of piss reels.
I'm very educated in pee.
Yeah. So no, then just the stupid facts. I love the stupid facts. Like no one really cares about, but that's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm full of those things. How long does it take a giraffe to throw up? So stuff like that.
Yeah.
So and then you Google it, and then a giraffe can't throw up because it doesn't have a gag reflex.
Yeah. Like what dinosaur has 500 teeth?
Yeah. We're not going to say that one.
I'm not going to say that one.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
I don't want to have to edit this. Yeah. But I mean, there's so many things that we can learn off of those, and we could spend hours and hours on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and all those things, man. And there's so much. And I know as soon as we get off, we're going to be like, man, I wish I would have said this.
Yeah.
And so
always seems to happen.
Yeah. And so one of the things that we're going to add to our segments on our Trophy Bros podcast is a recap and backlash of previous episodes. And so because it is inevitable, we always end our episode with a win, but then we always think, man, I wish I would have said this as soon as we get off with our episode. So at the beginning of our episodes, we're going to come back with a backlash and recap, because we want to be able to say, hey, man, I wish I would have said this, because last episode we talked about, what is a 10 for you? And we talked about our 10s and stuff like that. And then like as soon as we ended, I went and filled up my Bronco, and then I filled it up. And as soon as it went off, it clicked, and it was like right at
the even.
Yeah. $70 and no $70 and zero change.
Wow.
I get the premium stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I forget you do.
Yeah.
I go with the cheap stuff.
Well, I get more horsepower.
I don't care about horsepower.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was like, man, that's a 10 right there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So,
well, that's like today. Was it today? Maybe last night we checked out at Walmart, $226 even.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, I'm like, I bet I can't do that again.
Yeah.
Because I definitely don't know what we just bought.
Absolutely.
A bunch of stuff for church camp. I know that.
Yeah.
So
that's how we're going to, our goal, if we can remember, is to begin our next episode, probably with something that we just forgot to say about keeping it real.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
I think this next episode, we're going to take it to camp, right?
Yep. Next episode, we're going to be at camp, our youth camp.
Yeah.
And so we're going to try to go live on location. I say live on location. We're going to try to shoot it on location at youth camp.
Yeah. Get some people on here and talking about camp.
Yeah. What are some unique things about your time at youth camp, or just camp in general?
Yeah. Any camp.
Yeah.
I'm good with any camp.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Just to get a whole bunch of different point of views, you know, and so I think it'd be fun.
A different setting, a different scenery other than this back wall.
Yeah.
This setting.
Yeah.
So,
our logo down there.
Yeah. So that means we got to take this stuff though.
I know.
So. But like I said, we always end with
a win.
Always end with a win. So Kit, what was your win from the last time?
It's actually today. Today's Father's Day.
It is. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, you too.
Happy Father's Day to my dad, David Crouch.
Well, all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. But no, today we had Father's Day's lunch at the shop, and it was just family. We didn't have any else, like, friends or anything like that. It was immediate family, and I made all the kids go around and say something like, what's one thing that you really cherish about your dad? And hearing those things that my kids said was just really like, wow, they are kind of paying attention to what I'm doing, you know?
Did you believe them?
Yeah, no, I did. And so it was just a really sweet moment, and it kind of hit home, so that they are paying attention to old dad here. So that was it was a win.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I'm thankful for my dad, and then my father-in-law too, Mark Morgan. So, yeah, and obviously I'm blessed to have two men in my life too who have set that example, not only for me but for also my wife too, growing up, and for my kids. But yeah, and I'm not trying to piggyback off that at all. But since last time, man, we've celebrated Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And man, I the older I get, the more sentimental I get about things like that. And,
yeah, for sure.
And I've recently read a book called The Women that talks about Vietnam War and just the things that those veterans went through, giving their life for our freedom and country and stuff like that. And man, I know my family, we're going to Washington D.C. for our vacation this summer, and it just really hit home to me this Memorial Day and all the sacrifices that have been given up for us. And so for me, it's been a real big win just to acknowledge all of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for us to have the freedoms that we have in our country. And so for me, that's a big win for us, because without them, we wouldn't have the freedom to be able to do the simple things like a stupid podcast, to be able to worship freely the way that we get to worship, just to be able to have the luxuries that we have, the things that we take for granted. And so, man, thank you for those who serve in our country, and those who support our troops, their families too. So thank you so much for all those who gave the ultimate price in those families.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
yeah, well, I think that about wraps it up for this episode.
That's right.
Keeping it real. We'll do a recap before the camp episode. But yeah, man.
All right. Until next time, I'm Caleb. This is Kit. We're the Trophy Bros.
See y'all.